So in general, I mean, we're trying to appeal to people who are making their first feature. When would they come to you in terms of option and writers agreements? When should they approach a lawyer? What point will they be ready to approach you about an option agreement?
Well, it's one of those things that being blunt, something I have to say is that we're not we're not producers, we are lawyers. And so we would certainly expect a producer to have certain ideas in terms of how they want to structure the project. I mean, it's one of those things that if someone came to us and just said, oh, I've read this book and I really want to option it, but I have no idea how to go about it, then to be honest, we probably wouldn't be that impressed at that stage, because you'd expect someone to have a bit more nous about them, at least to have found out who the agent is, at least to have an idea of budgets and things like that. So, because it really should be, I think it should be the producer driving the deal. Obviously, we as lawyers, we can certainly advise on to what we think are appropriate terms at certain budget levels, but being blunt about it, it's not for us to do the producer's job, and it's really, I think, the producer's job to drive the deal, to agree the initial terms. So probably what we would do, I mean, it's certainly if you've been in the business for years and years, we get to the stage where all we do is draft the contracts, because the clients, they've had 20 years experience, they know how these deals work, they'll have done the deal by the time they come to us, and all we do is stick it in a contract. Conversely, it's one of those things that, I mean, we're there to provide a certain level of advice, but for example, we're not there to source the finance. We'd expect the producer to have the conversations with the funders. If you are looking for development money, we'd expect the producer to have some sort of relationship, or at least to be the person who approached the funders, because that's what a producer does, and we're not execs or anything like that. We are lawyers. And also, being blunt about it, it's we would expect there to be some money there, not, producer not to be starting from scratch with literally without a penny to pay for anything. We like I say, we're very aware of the pressures that there are in the industry. We're very aware, we're very comfortable with working to budgets. In terms of legal fees, well, our legal fees will be whatever's in the in the development budget or the production budget or whatever. But again, being blunt, we don't work for free, so we would be looking for there to be some sort of comfort that there is money available, because otherwise it's all a bit of an empty exercise, quite frankly.